हेलो सांग माने वेलकम टू मिस छंचन यूट्यूब चैनल। तो आपण समस्त को मो चैनल को स्वागत। तो आज आम पीजी एंट्रांस एग्जाम 2017 रो एजुकेशन रो क्वेश्चन पेपर डिस्कशन करबा। तो चलंतु आमे फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन को जिबा। प्रथम क्वेश्चन अछि लिटराली द टर्म फिलोसफी मीन्स कोन। एटा तो समस्त जानिछो सर्च फॉर फ्रीडम। तापर अछि व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज द कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ रूसो टू एजुकेशन। एटा हबो एजुकेशन फॉर फ्रीडम। तापर अछि व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज आइडियल ऑफ एजुकेशन अकॉर्डिंग टू आइडियलिज्म। एटा हबो सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन। तापर अछि हु एडवोकेटेड फॉर मदर टंग एज द मीडियम ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शन। एटा हबो महात्मा गांधी। तापर अछि व्हिच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग एजुकेशन सिस्टम सपोर्ट साइंटिफिक प्रोग्रेस। एटा हबो रियलिस्टिक एजुकेशन ऑप्शन ए। तापर अछि व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स इज कॉमन टू pragmatism and naturalism। एटा हबो emphasis on the individual। तापर अछि व्हिच ऑफ द ब्रांच ऑफ philosophy that studies issues concerning art and beauty। एटा हबो aesthetics। तापर क्वेश्चन अछि which school of thought makes a synthesis between individual and social aim of education। एटा हबो naturalism। तापर अछि point out which is not true about pragmatism। एटा हबो growth is the nucleus of all values। तापर अछि the branch of philosophy which focuses on the nature of reality। एटा हबो metaphysics। तापर क्वेश्चन अछि realism is a philosophical approach that argues that ultimate reality is the world of physical objects। तापर अछि epistemology deals with एटा हबो knowledge। तापर अछि who said education is the manifestation of divine perfection already existing in man। एटा हबो स्वामी विवेकानंद। तापर अछि who among the following is known as the light of Asia। एटा हबो the बुद्ध। तापर application of principles of sociology to education is known as educational sociology। तापर अछि which of the following is not correct about schools। एटा हबो they are potential agents of conflicts and disintegration। तापर culture is the characteristics and products of the learned behavior of a group of people। तापर 18 नंबर क्वेश्चन अछि man's behavior in society is determined mainly by two forces। एटा हबो formal and informal। तापर अछि point out the philosopher out of the list given who can be considered as an educational philosopher। एटा हबो Plato। तापर अछि cultural lag refers to the phenomenon that occurs when changes in material culture is faster than the changes in non-material culture। तो तमे material culture और non-material culture तो जानी थिबो। तो तापर क्वेश्चन अछि होम इज कॉल्ड। एटा तो समस्त जानी थिबो इनफॉर्मल एजेंसी आउ एक्टिव एजेंसी। तापर अछि व्हिच इज द हाईएस्ट नीड ऑफ इंडिविजुअल इन मैस्लोज नीड हायरार्की थ्योरी। एटा हबो सेल्फ एक्चुअलाइजेशन। तापर अछि व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट एन एजेंसी ऑफ सोशलाइजेशन। एटा हबो प्रिंटेड मटेरियल। तापर अछि द कांसेप्ट ऑफ कल्चरल लैग। एटा तो समस्त जानथिबो अकबर। तापर हु एडवोकेटेड द कांसेप्ट ऑफ ए क्लासलेस सोसाइटी। एटा हबो कार्ल मार्क्स। तापर अनटचेबिलिटी रो आर्टिकल एटा तो समस्त जानथिबो आर्टिकल 17। तापर व्हिच अमेंडमेंट ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन प्रोवाइड्स एजुकेशन एज अ फंडामेंटल राइट। एटा तो 86 जानथिबो समस्ते। तापर अकॉर्डिंग टू पियाजेट children develop abstract logic and reasoning skill during formal operational stage। तापर children are usually egocentric during sensory motor pre-operational stage। तापर according to the law of effect if a stimulus results in a negative outcome the SR bond is strengthened। तापर अछि ideas on inherited developmental tendencies was proposed by Piaget। तापर अछि the comment give me a dozen of healthy children I can make them doctor, judge, beggar and even a thief was made by Watson। তারপরে যে learning is incremental not sightful is the characteristics of trial and error learning theory. তারপরে হচ্ছে the term personality refers to the various personality traits. তারপরে কোশ্চেন আছে the types of personality was discussed by Jung. Find out the IQ of a 15-year-old child whose mental age is 9 year. এটা হবে 60. তারপরে হচ্ছে SI model of intelligence was given by JP Guilford. তারপর হচ্ছে growth and development are correlated and dependent on each other. তারপরে হচ্ছে the first psychological laboratory was established by Wundt. তারপরে হচ্ছে which type of intelligence is not covered under theory of multiple intelligence advocated by Gardner. এটা হবে spiritual. তারপরে হচ্ছে which of the following is not a principle of development. এটা হবে principle of proceeding from specific to general response. তারপরে হচ্ছে which of the following is not a projective technique. কোটা projective technique নুহ সেটা হবে Minnesota multiphasic personality inventory. Option B. তারপর হচ্ছে according to Gestalt psychologist learning involves insight. তারপরে the maximum reliability coefficient is 1. তারপরে হচ্ছে the CGPA to report the result of the student is cumulative grade point average. তারপরে হচ্ছে which one of the following test can be used for measuring future performance of the individual. এটা হচ্ছে aptitude test. তারপরে Likert scale is used to measure হব attitude. তারপরে হচ্ছে which one of the following objectives belongs to affective domain. এটা হব developing reading comprehension. তারপরে কোশ্চেন হচ্ছে which of the following statement is correct. এটা হব measurement can be both process and product oriented. তারপরে হচ্ছে which scale of measurement is used for calculating rank difference correlation. এটা ତୁମମାନଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ homework ଅଛି. ଏଟାର answer ତମେ comment section ରେ ମତେ comment କରିବ. ତାପରେ ଅଛି in assessment focus is product oriented. ତାପରେ question ଅଛି which of the following types of validity is least quantifiable. এটা ହେବ face validity. তাପରେ ଅଛି which one of the following scale has absolute zero. এটা ତ ଜାଣିଥିବ ratio scale. তারপরে হচ্ছে coefficient of correlation ranges from জানতিব -1 to +1. তারপরে mode is most frequently occurring value. Most frequently occurring value. Option C হব তারপরে হচ্ছে the sum of deviation of the item from mean is always কোন হব সমটা কোন হব এর आंसर 0. তারপরে হচ্ছে the square of standard deviation is called variance. তারপরে হচ্ছে which is the most dependable measure of central tendency. এটা হব mean. তারপরে if median is 28.9 mean is 30 the value of mode. এটা ତମମାନେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଏହାର answer comment section ରେ ଦବ. তারপরে cumulative frequency curve is called OGIE বা OGIE. তারপরে the value of mean median mode coincide in the case of symmetrical distribution. তারপরে coefficient of correlation is used to এটা হবে all of the above. তারপরে কোশ্চেন আছে which one of the following measures of central tendency is affected by extreme scores. এটা হবে mean. তারপরে no research is possible. এটা হবে all of the above. তারপরে হচ্ছে a research is an effort to formulate new laws and principles of and principle or their application. তারপরে হচ্ছে which of the following is not a non probability sampling, এটা হবো simple random sampling. তারপরে কোশ্চেন হচ্ছে stratified sampling is adopted when the universe is heterogeneous, which is not true about action research. এটা হবো action research seeks to address immediate classroom problem. That the status quo of an area under research can be studied through experimental research. তারপরে 17 নম্বর কোশ্চেন আছে which of the statement is not correct. Our answer of a hypothesis needs to be verified. তারপর যে the service which does not come under school guidance program, এটা হবো follow up service. তারপরে when should a teacher and a pupil hold a case conference, এটা হবো before the start of the school year. তারপরে কোশ্চেন আছে if counseling service is to gain understanding of oneself, follow up is to keep in constant touch with former student. তারপরে আছে there are school management committees in the rural areas of India to manage the affairs of schools. Such kind of arrangement comes under which type of management? সেটা হবে both B and C. তারপরে MOOC stands for হবো massive open online courses. তারপরে আছে RUSA stands for রাষ্ট্রীয় উচ্চতর শিক্ষা অভিযান. তারপরে supervision should be primarily constructive and creative. তারপরে the elementary school teachers are directly responsible to the headmaster. তারপরে আছে who is expected to prepare school development plan as per RTE Act 2009, এটা হবো SMC যেটা স্কুল ম্যানেজমেন্ট কমিটি. তারপরে আছে the program instruction technique is based on theory of BF Skinner. তারপরে curriculum includes, এটা হবো all of the above. তারপরে হচ্ছে which of the following is not an example of communication tool, এটা হবো multimedia encyclopedia. তারপরে হচ্ছে temporary memory of computer is RAM, random access memory. তারপরে the term hardware is referred to machinery. তারপরে RAM র full form random access memory. তারপরে হচ্ছে method used to transfer information to far off places constantly is called telecommunication. তারপরে হচ্ছে International Literacy Day is observed on 8 September. তারপরে Article 45 under the directive principle of state policy in the Indian Constitution provides for free and compulsory primary free education. Which committee or commission observed that too much is taught and little is learned, এটা হবো YOSPAL committee. তারপরে হচ্ছে as recommended by RTE Act 2009, ideal teacher pupil ratio at primary level is 1:30. তারপরে ECCE, early childhood care and education. Education was included in the concurrent list in 1976. 10+2+3 system of education was originally recommended by Kothari Commission. KG, जोड़ा kindergarten system of education is indebted to Froebel. Which commission observed that the destiny of India is being shaped in her classroom? Education Commission. UGC was established in our country in the year 1956. তারপরে NUEPA তার ফুল ফর্মটা National University of Educational Planning and Administration. Which of the following is described as the Magna Carta of Indian Education? Woods Dispatch. The title of the report of Education Commission is Education and National Development. Which of the following is not one of the 4 pillars of education? Learning to practice yoga. तो मु 2017 रो क्वेश्चन आंसर डिस्कशन करदेली पीजी एंट्रांस एग्जाम 2017 रो. जदि तुम मानकर किछि भी डाउट होची ताले तुमे कमेंट सेक्शन ने कमेंट करि परिबो. जदि मो वीडियो गुडी को तुमको भल लागुथबो तेबे निश्चिंत लाइक करिवो, तुम सांग मान को शेयर करिवो आ निश्चिंत सब्सक्राइब करिवो, जहा फळे रे मु आगु को जो जो वीडियो गुडी को अपलोड करबी ताहार नोटिफिकेशन तुम पाखु को पहुंची परिबो. थैंक यू.